Good evening, everyone, or good early afternoon, everyone. T-Speak at 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XM and Future Digibet OG. So, guys, this is all day we talked about this, but this exact part, to the point where I've even circled it in for you where it was going to break out up to. And we talked about if it comes up, because that was a slanted M. Go back and watch 2 updates ago, especially. I talked about the slanted M, and this is exactly what we were talking about, that it could have one more layer where it comes up to create its own individual head, and that's why I circled that area, had it drawn out for you, and said this is where it could come up to, because this is where I honestly felt like it could come up to on that slanted head. I did it this morning and in my 2 updates ago, and I reiterated this over and over and said if we don't break these levels, that's where we're going to go. XRP, as you see, though, it's still stuck in here, and Bitcoin jumped up, but the rest haven't broke these levels. So XRP showing enormous resistance at 99.9. Now, would this give XRP the ability? Because like I said with the crypto market cap, when it broke that 2.01 trillion, it could have a move up to 2.06, and I drew it out as such, thinking that that could be what was going on, because that is a slanted M there, and I thought that was a dead giveaway that we were going to go over the area, but couldn't be with 100% accuracy until it does break it. But that would be what we were talking about. Can XRP break this level again and get back over and be able to ultimately run up there where we had talked about back at the end of that descending triangle, which would have been that descending bear pennant. And this could have been a break up back to the old retest to the area. So that's what we can put a line up there for accuracy so you can see where we'd be looking. But that 108 I talked about earlier, we don't know if this is going to make a similar move as Bitcoin. We don't know if any of these are, but we're looking at like XLM, again, it gets to this level and it's kind of fading away. So we're looking for some volume in some of these independent altcoins. DGB, again, it's having a lot of problems with that 509 line, just like earlier. So Bitcoin had its little rally, but the rest of them aren't pushing to the next level. XRP has to break that $2 to push to $8. Based on what it did earlier. That's its top zone right now. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But this is a breaking news watch. Right now, Bitcoin has only come up into what we were talking about, breaking up into that head. We had that slanted M on the top, and that's why I said I feel like this is going to come off, or it could come off and break off into its own direction and a head. And if you think I'm lying, or if I'm just trying to say whatever, go watch 2 videos ago. I said this exact thing. We need to pay attention because that looks like a slanted M. And I brought it up in XRP, XLM, and DGB. And also Bitcoin. That's why I did this. So, trying to stay one step ahead and try to keep it as transparent as possible. So, make sure to hit that like button. Sorry to a few who I ruffled your feathers a little bit, but no, nothing personal. And then, obviously, watch the rest of the crypto market. But Bitcoin, everything in the crypto market's doing what Bitcoin's doing. And that is a perfect extension on the head. It could come a little higher. Why not? Why couldn't it come a little higher? That's just my drawing up to 45. Why couldn't it come up to like 45.5 or 40? I don't know. Do I think it's going to come all the way up here? I think it would be very, very difficult. But once it gets back into the triangle, that's where it gets dangerous. 45,000. If it can get up there and show some support, that's where it could work its way back in. And this would just be a fake down. It happens all the time. Because that's in the 45-minute. But if you look at the daily, how long were we really outside of that wedge if we were to break back, or outside of that bear pennant? A couple days. But if you can see, we've also drawn a bear pennant in the daily. So you can see it looks like a golf club upside down, or an axe. That's in the daily time frame. That's what we've drawn out of here, which is telling you we're using this bear pennant flag, that lower support, as the resistance now, right where the top of that candle is. That's supposed to be underneath support. Worst case scenario, support. We fell down under it so far that now, even on a failed attempt up to get, well, we not technically failed. We've almost got back in the zone. But to hold it, it turned into a bear pennant. So just pay attention. That's in the daily time frame.